first, your last name, how you spell and where you reside.
My first name is John Carlos de Luna, JohndE Luna, Luna.
Where do you reside?
I reside in Boyle Heights, California.
Okay. So talk a little bit why you're here and the fashion show and what it means to be able to show off Chicano culture.
Well, yeah. So I love I love fashion, but beyond fashion, I love my culture, and I love cultures that are definitive to American culture and American histories, because American history is a shared history, and there's many different experiences within our American histories that are very important. As an artist myself, I realized that I wanted to build an audience beyond my artwork and be able to recreate history in a very tangible, organic, and real way. And for me, it was being able to curate fashions, vintage clothing from those unique eras in time that were very tumultuous, and there was a lot of adversity that faced those people that were wearing clothing of a particular nature in those eras. So looking at like the small survey I did today here at the Museum of Latin American Art in Long Beach was looking at these small histories between the 1940s and 1970s around youth culture movements where young people were resisting by the way that they were creating themselves, so resisting whatever sort of counterculture or a social political movement that they were part of that was embracing not only who they were, who they wanted to be, but who they envisioned they wanted to become. Thus the zoot suit era, the 1960s, 50s rockabilly and rock and roll mostly, and the revolution of the late 1960s and the Chicano movement. So connecting that with music of the era, as well as like people who are actually connected to those histories. Most of the models that I use that I work with are individuals who are very passionate about those particular eras in time. So they already love some sort of vintage, retro, nostalgic kind of aesthetic, and it's easy for them to get into the fashion, and not just the fashion, but wear it with pride and with this attitude that only they would be able to, as opposed to me just grabbing models off the street. So that's why these shows make it, they're so special, because people actually are exactly what you're seeing, but a new variation of that in a contemporary way, but with all authentic vintage clothing that I curated.
Well, thank you so much for being here in the city of Long Beach, and as you can see, the community is definitely welcoming you guys, and you guys can come back anytime.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, so let's cut, and do me a favor.